Very good morning, students. So today I am going to take the one more problem on the losses of the pre-stress. So the problem is a post-tensioned concrete beam with has the following sectional properties. The area of the concrete is 88 into 10 raised to 4, and the moment of inertia is 58 into 10 raised to 10, and the area of the cable is 7,500, and eccentricity is 800 mm. And the span of the beam is 18 meter, eccentricity is given, ES value is given, and the creep coefficient value is given, mu is given, anchorage slip, wave effect, and cable profile is parabolic with a zero eccentricity at the ends, and initial pre-stressing force is 750 kilonewton. Okay? And compute the losses of friction, that is the losses due to friction, anchorage slip, and the creep of concrete, and also find the pre-stressing force and percentage of loss. So this is the problem what they're given. So first we should take the first loss, that is loss due to friction. So as we know that in the last class, so we have a formula to calculate the loss of friction, that is loss due to friction is equal to plus k into x, that is pi into mu into alpha into k into x. So mu is the coefficient of friction, and alpha is the cumulative angle, and x is the distance, and k is the wave effect or wobbling effect, and pa is the initial pre-stress. So this is the problem. Okay. So now, as we know that in the friction loss we have two cases. One is the jacking is done from the one end and jacking is done from the another end. Okay, we have two methods. Jacking is done from one end, that is one end, it may be left or right side, and the jacking is done from the both ends. Okay, so you can consider any method, or it may be by one end by the force, or one end by the jacking, and or it may be by the both ends jacking, or both ends are applied by the jacking force. Okay, so now I am going to consider the jacking is done from one end. So if the jacking is done from one end, so then it's a parabolic cable. So I'm just considering that jacking is done from the one end. If the jacking is done from the one end, this is x is equal to 0 and this is equal to n, that is full length, and eccentricity value E is equal to 800 mm, that is given in the problem itself. So now we want to calculate the theta, that is the cumulative angle. So to calculate the theta, so we are using the formula tan inverse of 4E by N. So tan inverse of 4 into, what is the eccentricity value, is 800 divided by span is 18 meters. Because this is that is parabolic cable, eccentricity at the center it is 800 mm, and at the support it is 0, they are given. Suppose if you are taken this E value as 0, you are getting total value should be 0, so that's why I am going to take E is equal to 800 mm, right? So if we calculate this one, so we are getting 10.08, that should be in the degrees, okay? The theta will be in the degrees, but we should require in the radians. How to convert? That is pi by 180. If you multiply by pi by 180, so we can get the value of in terms of radians, that is 0.175 radians. So finally, what we require, this alpha, this value, this alpha, right? Alpha is equal to 2 times of theta, because as per the case, x is equal, that is as per the case, that is jacking is done from the one end, then alpha is equal to 2 theta. So here 2 into 0.175, how much we are getting? 0.35. So now we got the value of, that is alpha is 0.35. And what is another value is x. So if the jacking is done from one end, then x is equal to L. This we already known in the last class. So now you substitute all the values in this equation. And one more thing is that is the PI value. So PI means initial pre-stress. But in the problem, they are given the force value, not they are given the stress value. Okay, that is PI. So as in the last class I told that is PI, that is stress is equal to force by area. What is the force? That is 750 kilonewton, that is given in the problem itself. And area. The area is given as, that is 7500 millimeter square. So please remember students, so you should take the area of the steel, not area of the section. Okay. That is 75 remaining is 100 Newton per millimeter square. So now we got the value of that PI is 100 and mu it is given in the problem, that is coefficient of friction is 0.4, right? And alpha is we have calculated as 0.35 plus, and K value is given, that is 0.003, and X value will be equal to 80 meters. So finally what we are getting, 19.4 Newton per millimeter square. This is the loss of stress, that is the loss of stress due to the friction. Okay, so this is the way to calculate. Suppose if they are not given, that is any case, but in some problems they should mention that the jacking is done from both ends or one end. Okay, so if it is one end, this is the method. If it is both ends, so then there will be two values will change. That is x value will changes and this alpha. Alpha is equal to theta and x is equal to L by 2. That is the value will only be changes. Okay, so other things will be same. But other value should be that mu alpha value, that mu value and that K, that is wave effect and the coefficient of friction value, that should be given in the problem itself, and PA should be calculated or it may be given in the problem itself. Okay, so this is the way to calculate loss of free stress, that is due to a friction. So this finished. Next loss we want to calculate is second loss is loss due to anchorage slip. Okay, so loss due to anchorage slip. So loss due to anchorage slip formula is, that is delta into ES by L. So delta means amount of anchorage slip that is given in the problem, that is 5, and ES value, that is Young's modulus of the steel, that is also given in the problem itself, that is 2 into 10 raised to 5. If they are not given, you should consider yourself. And L is the span, that is the length of the section, that is given 18 meters. So please convert it into a millimeter. So finally what we are getting, the loss due to anchorage slip, that is 15.5 Newton per millimeter square. So this also we are finishing. So let's come to the third loss, that is loss due to creep. So in the creep, as we know that we have two methods. One is ultimate creep coefficient method and ultimate creep method. Okay, so two methods we have. So but as we told in the last class, the value, that is the data what they are given in the problem, on the basis of that we should consider the case. Okay, so here coefficient of friction is given, that is the 5 value is given, so that's why we are using coefficient of friction method. The formula is m into phi into Fc. So M is the modular ratio that should be calculated by ES by EC, that already we know, that is M is equal to ES by EC, that is 2 into 10 raised to 5, and EC is 28 into 10 raised to 3, so we are getting 7.14. So mu is 7.14 and phi value is, M is 7.14 and the phi value is 1.67, it is given in the problem, and FC we should calculate. Okay. FC is equal to, so the formula is P by A plus P into E divided by I into E1. Okay. So P is 750 kilonewton, is given, and here area of the section we should take, not take the area of the steel, plus 750 moment of inertia. Okay, that is also given 58 into 10 raised to 10, and even is also 800. So your answer is 1.67. So sorry, this is the phi value is 2.5 and the FC value is 1.67. So from this we got the loss due to creep as 29.80 Newton per millimeter square. Okay, so now we have calculated all the losses what they are given or what they asked in the problem. So first one we have calculated loss due to the friction, loss due to the anchorage slip, and loss due to the creep. So now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the percentage loss and even the what is the total loss. Okay. The total loss is equal to, how to calculate the total loss? Loss due to individual losses. That is loss due to friction is 19.4 plus, and loss due to anchorage slip is 15.5 plus loss due to anchorage slip is 29.8. Then the total loss should be 104.7 Newton per millimeter square. Okay. So finally, the percentage loss. So percentage loss is equal to the total loss. So total loss divided by initial pre-stress initial pre-stress is 100. So this is the loss occurred due to the, there is a percentage of the loss occurred in this given problem. So this is about the second problem. Okay. So that is in the losses of pre-stress. So this is about the type of the losses and how to calculate the different various losses which we are which we want to calculate the total loss and even percentage loss. So by this method, okay.